My name's George, and I live in that block of flats up there. I'm listening to the Andy Gold show. And what else do you want to know?
We don't want to know nothing. Keep your text emails coming in. 1889 is our text number. Email the show for free. It won't cost you anything. Talksport.co.uk. You can call us if you like. Bog standard, I know, but just pick up the phone. Do it. No one does it nowadays. 08717 223344. Or I think it was you leaned on it.
Is that me?
Or you can tweet us at AndyGolston05. Or Fun Boy over there can be reached very simply on Twitter at JasonCundy05. Now this will be an interesting chat. Time to talk to Dr. Octagon, everyone.
Dr. Octagon, Dr. Octagon, Dr. Octagon, he is here.
He is, but I'm guessing he doesn't want to be. Good evening, Noel Gallagher.
Hello, mate.
Evening, Noel.
How are you, son? Are you alright?
Not too bad.
How you feeling?
I'm alright.
Well, listen, before we talk football then, all right, we'll give you a bit of breathing space. How's your week been? Apart from football, what have you been up to?
Where did I get up to last week? I'm not sure. Nothing. Oh, hang on.
Come on, there must be something. Jeans, haircut, went out
No.
for a drink.
I went out for dinner. Went out Thursday night.
All right. Who's that with? Just you and the lady or some friends?
It was me, my wife, a friend of mine and his wife.
Was that couple famous?
Yes.
Okay. Will you tell me if I guess it?
Yeah.
All right. We'll have 5 questions each, Joe. All right.
Okay.
Are they in the music industry?
No.
Joe,
TV?
One of them is.
Is the one of them a man?
Yes.
Is he a presenter?
No.
What else is there in the TV?
Cameraman?
No.
Sound man?
No. That's 4.
Right, hold on. He's in the TV industry and he's not a presenter.
Well, obviously, he's got to be an actor. That's the only thing I can guess.
Is he an actor?
Yes, he is.
All right, so now we've got to guess. That's it. One guess each.
Ray Winston.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Chance would have been a fine thing.
All right. Okay, so my guess, you are friends with an actor. You've gone out for dinner with him. So you are best pals with Matt Smith, Doctor Who.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, it's close, but it's not right.
Is it a Doctor Who?
It's not a doctor. It's not anybody in the medical profession.
Is it a Matt or a Smith?
No, I'm not telling you. Can we move on now?
Okay, then.
To be fair, we had a chance.
Yeah, we did have our chances, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Apart from, did you pay, by the way? How's it work when the bill comes up? What happens?
Well, we invited them, so I paid.
Oh, right, okay. Cost a lot of money?
Yeah.
You happy with the...
It was, yeah. It put a fair dent in it. Got to be said.
Yeah?
Did you get a train there, did you?
No, it's only around the corner, but it was, it was a big one.
When you're paying for the meal, do you take that into account when you're ordering the wine? Do you go for the cheapy stuff?
No, don't worry about that.
Just go for it big time.
Just crack on, innit?
Come on, how much was the most expensive bottle?
What, in this restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, it's thousands.
Is that what you had, though?
No, God,
Oh,
good
right,
Lord,
okay.
no. I had your blue nun. 99 pence a glass.
And was it a long night? Did they come back to yours after? And was it like keys in the fruit bowl?
No, no, not particularly. His missus is pregnant, and mine's on the wagon. So.
Oh, okay, yours is on the wagon.
Yeah.
Why is that? Was there a bad experience?
No, she's just in early in the year. Women get like that, don't they? They're off the booze, body's a temple and all that for January, February, and they go mental during the summer.
Maybe she's off the booze because she wants another little Gallagher.
Well, we'd all like another little Gallagher one, but let's face it.
The bonus is she drives.
Sorry?
The bonus is she drives.
Oh, yeah, of course.
No, she didn't drive. No, it was only around the corner from our house. But yeah, it was very civilized, you know, very civilized. There was no great stories to tell. We went out, we had dinner, we came home. That was it, really.
Right, let's move on. Let's talk football, shall we?
Yeah, man.
Is it over?
Oh, it was over a couple of weeks ago, I think, but it's almost it's kind of it's over now with big brass knobs on, isn't it?
What happened to your team at the weekend? Because I have to be honest, the defending, as you quite rightly said to me, we swapped texts over the weekend, and one of them, or two or three of them, from you were, I can't believe what I'm seeing. The defending is horrific.
I don't know what. Do you know what it seemed like to me that after the Liverpool game, for all the talk, the players didn't believe that they could get back into it. It looked like they went out there not believing that they could close that gap on United. And the minute they went a couple of goals, now take into consideration I've been watching City for 38 years. I've seen some rubbish, right? And I can't ever remember seeing a team that a great team like that play as bad as that. Everything that required to win a football match, they had none of it.
I think they played knowing, as you just said, that the title race is over. That was a side
that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
I mean, when they were, going into the same stage last season, they had a bit of momentum, and it looked like they believed, and it just didn't look like that they thought that they could get back into it. And it's not the case of them getting beat. It's the way they got beat, which I was speechless, absolutely gobsmacked. For the own goal was horrific. Joe's done that a couple of times. Remember, he'd done that kind of thing against Leicester in the FA Cup a couple of years ago. And we just looked weary and leggy and a little bit uninterested. And it seems that, Mancini was going on at the close of the transfer window at the beginning of the season, saying he's been proved right now, saying that we won't challenge with this team. We're going to find it very difficult. And unfortunately for everybody, his prediction has been borne out to be true. It looked like those players they're all guaranteed their place, aren't they? Really, if you look at that starting 11, bar Tevez, they're all guaranteed their place. There doesn't look to be any freshness in it. Could you imagine if the 3 or 4 players you wanted were top draw players, and they're on the bench chomping at the bit to get on, might be a different story, but the players look like they just don't believe.
For as well as he did last year, Mancini, and the Tevez scenario and keeping the squad together and battling right to the very last, I think he's as culpable as well. His team selection I found quite strange, that he's got Garcia and Lescott. Now Lescott's a player that he clearly doesn't really fancy. Garcia, by trade, is not a centre-back. So I'm just wondering, should he have not started with Kolo Touré?
Well, you thought, but then he's just got off a plane only from the African nations, and I don't know. Mancini, he's got he cuts for a lot of flack, but he didn't score the own goal, did he? You can't legislate for Joe making that mistake. He doesn't play the game, Whatever team he picks should be all right. You can get beat in the Premier League any given day, but they should have enough about them to go and at least, give it a go, and it just, I don't know, there was something lacking there on Saturday night, and it was shocking to watch, I've got to say, because when I've seen City down the years do back-to-back relegations down the league, and, we were getting hammered every week, but we weren't a great side, do you know what I mean? We didn't have great players. When you see great players like that, playing like that, it's shocking to watch, because you know that they're champions, Some of them have got World Cup winners medals and, Champions League medals, and these are great players, and to see them play like that was quite shocking for me. It's the first time in my life I've ever been speechless. I was kind of like, the cat went and hid in the bin.
When do you think the problem started now? Because I was listening to Talksport earlier on, someone came on and said for them it was when they didn't strengthen in the summer. When you've won the Premier League, that's the time to build from it. And obviously, you and I have spoken about it, and Jay's spoken about it many a time. They let a few squad players, shall we say, leave, and they didn't bring in better players than the ones they let go. Do you think, for your money, that's where the problems began that long ago, or is it in recent weeks?
No, I think it's a lot. There's lots of little things have gone on. It starts in the summer when, for whatever reason, they don't land any of the players Mancini wants. Apart from Nastasic, the rest of them are not doing it for me, never have done. Maicon, we've barely seen him. Garcia's not up to it in the Premier League. I don't care what anybody says. Rodwell and Sinclair, they might as well not be there. And they let De Jong go. When they let De Jong go, remember last season we used to have that plan B where they used to take off Barry and put on De Jong and move Yaya.
That was Newcastle away, wasn't it, last year?
we did it 5 or 6 times. We don't have that plan B anymore. So if it's not going right, we're pretty much stuck with the rigid system we play. Then I think Mancini has got to carry the can for the defeat of the derby, for starting Balotelli. That puts United 6 points clear, and it's an uphill struggle from there. And then Yaya going the African nations. That timing was bad for that. Company being out, in and out. And Sergio's having a bit of second season syndrome, isn't he? I think defenders are kind of wised up how to play to him now, play him now. So I think it's a lot of things. I don't think you can just blame it on Mancini, or you can blame it on there's lots of different things. But, it's difficult to win the league. It's difficult to defend the league. Only United have ever done it, I think, haven't they?
Chelsea as well.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
For the first time, Noel, are Manchester City this season looking over their shoulder as opposed to looking up?
Well, of course now. If Chelsea come to us and beat us, that's to say we win Chelsea and City win all their games leading up to that game. If they beat us, they're what? 1 point behind or something?
Yeah, they're 4 yeah, that's right. They're 4 now, so a win for them would put them 1 behind you.
Now, yeah, I think the best that City can hope for now is to draw a line under it, move on, bang some heads together, concentrate on the FA Cup, and just make sure we have a good run in and really ram it home for second. And then
where do they go from here then, Noel?
Well, what do you mean, as a team or as a club?
Yeah, as a club. I mean, for next season, they're obviously going to have to regroup. Do they start questioning the manager? Is he the right man? Do they bring 3 or 4 bigger names in?
For me, one of 2 things is going to happen. Either Mourinho is going to declare his interest in the City job privately to somebody, and then the owners have got a decision to make. That decision is, do you get Mourinho for 3 years of absolute mayhem, trouble causing? He'll win a couple of trophies, but then he'll be gone after 3 years. He's not going to stick around. Or, do you put faith in the manager? Mancini could be there for the next 10 years. Do you know what I mean? And really try and build a club. The word is up there. There's going to be a bit of a clear out, which you think there would be. There's going to be a few players up for sale this summer. Cavani and Falcao and Bale will probably go somewhere this summer. So City will be in the market for them. But I think there's going to be a lot of to and fro in with the players. But I hope Mancini stays because we love him. He's one of us. He's a fighter. He doesn't take any nonsense off Ferguson. And he got us the league. So I'd rather keep Mancini, at all costs.
What when you say clear out or shake the squad up? What players immediately do you think should and will move on?
I think should move on. Rodwell, Sinclair, Garcia.
Nazari?
It's not really worked for Sammy, has it?
No.
It's not. He's not really brought anything to us. I think since the day he stuck his leg out at the derby and deflected the goal in from the wall, the writing's been on the wall for him. Dzeko might probably have to go.
What about Barry? What do you make of him?
I think he's been brilliant for us. I think we'd be a fool to let him go, but he might need a bit of competition for his place, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I think. Personally, that's what I think he's lacking this year.
Like I said, I think there's the lads that are on the bench are not as good as the lads that are on the pitch, and if you need at least 3 on the. I mean, Milner is a great player. We love him up there. Apart from that, you're looking at the bench and thinking, well, who's going to change the game? Whereas last season we had Johnson.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. In a game like we saw at the weekend, I know he was more of a squad player, and a lot of City fans said, yeah, he played well on Match of the Day, but if you're watching him for the 90 minutes, maybe not, was Adam Johnson. Do you think that's the sort of game where you could have brought him on and he would have changed it?
Well, I mean, he didn't. Adam was never the most consistent player, but he did give us something else, which was a bit of width. We haven't got any of that now. Do you know what I mean? And he did. Funnily enough, he did always play well against the lesser teams. But I just think if you've got 4 on the bench that are, world-class players, then obviously the players on the pitch are fighting for their places. Like I said at the top here, everybody's pretty much guaranteed of their place now. Do you know what I mean? There's not a lot in there for places.
Sir Alex Ferguson went out in the summer and he signed a player that he and his squad needed in Robin van Persie. And probably be the difference between the two sides. If Manchester City were to buy Gareth Bale, how much more of a threat? And is he one of those players? You said confident from places. Is he one of those players that will add something in the dressing room as well as competition for places?
I think if we'd have got Gareth Bale in the summer, let's say he comes up for sale in the summer and he's 50 million and City get him, I think we'd win the league. Because we are... Do you honestly? You think you're one player short? Well, I think that... Well, United were one player short. It looks that way for us now. We are 19 goals worse off. How many has Gareth Bale got? 13? You know, so it's not easy to work out. I think, look, we're close. We're going to finish second, you know, and we've been 30 years in the doldrums. It isn't bad, but for that squad of players, it looked bad on Saturday night, I've got to say, because they're a lot better than that. They're better than that. And there doesn't seem to be anything on the bench where you could drastically change the game. You know, he's bringing on Maicon, you know, for Silva. What? I mean, hello. Yeah. You know, and there doesn't seem to be anything where there's someone coming on where you're thinking, right, you know, Dzeko's better on the bench. But of course, Tevez is off sick because his cat's got a cough or something. And, you know, so we can't bring him on. So he's got to start. And with the best will in the world, he's a bit hit and miss.
Yeah. No, listen, thank you for coming on. Before we let you go, I've written down 3 more names. All right? So can I... Yeah. The first one's a bit sort of left field, but you might go, yeah, actually, he's a good friend of the family. And we see a lot of Christopher Biggins.
It's not Christopher Biggins. All right.
The other, I do reckon, out of the other 2, I do reckon I've got it. All right?
Right, go on then.
All right. I reckon it's either Orlando Bloom.
Who? What?
All right.
Who's he?
Okay, let me cross it. Or, this is the one I'm confident, all right? Because Jay's already said, let me just confirm, not a cameraman, right?
He's not a cameraman, no.
I reckon it's Daniel Craig.
Oh, I'd love to go out for dinner with Daniel Craig. Yeah, but unfortunately, it's not Daniel Craig.
Honestly, it's not Daniel Craig?
It's not Daniel Craig.
Okay.
No.
Will we ever know?
Well, we still have another 5 questions.
You can ask me next time we come on. Well, why don't you ask the audience? Put it out to your Twitter people.
All right, I'll do that.
I might have been seen out. You never know.
Okay, all right, I'll do that. If anyone saw Noel, what was it, Saturday or Sunday night?
It was Thursday.
Thursday night. Okay, Thursday night.
Yeah,
Noel,
big night in town. Thursday.
Big night for Noel. He was drinking, so he probably won't remember if you saw him. And his wife wasn't drinking.
She had one glass.
One glass, getting ready for baby number 7 or 8 or something. I don't know what you're up to.
Officially, it would be number 4, but let's not go there. Eh?
All right, you're a star as always. We'll speak to you soon.
Cheers,
man. See you later.
Cheers, pal.